What a weekend of sports for us two. I think I'm surprised that Justin, in these 39 seconds that we have been on, has not immediately said something to rub it in our faces.
About what?
Don't
Good.
see.
I like that.
Look at
That's a
him.
good take.
Look at him pretending to take the high road and be the bigger person. When in reality, deep down, we all know that you're a piece of shit like the rest of us, and you
Wow.
would rub it in if you wanted to.
It's funny, Kay. I mean, I guess golden rule applies, and I know what would have happened had it gone the other direction, which all the quote-unquote football experts had assumed was going to happen. I know that it would have been a never-ending stream of diarrhea coming out of your mouth, much like what it probably looked like after that prairie fire finally had a reversal of fortune out of you. But again, I'm just happy for young J.J. McCarthy. He Michigan native, right? Michigander?
Not a Michigan native, but he played at Michigan. He won the national championship here. So when he went to a division rival, it was very bittersweet because I don't want to hate him, but now I have to.
Right. But, the thing is that you got to root for it. Kid coming off of, several injuries and just to be able to come back out there and, maybe look a little shaky just to start things off. But then, the fact that do you get into Lake Michigan? Do you set foot in and then the ice water somehow just gets into your veins because the man is just ice water coursing through his veins? And I credit that, of course, to his time spent in the great state of Michigan.
He's never lost a football game in the state of Michigan.
There it is.
Pretty impressive.
Just think about that. He's got to play one every single year.
Good for him. Hopefully he loses the next one he plays here.
Oh,
but no, I don't want to, it's not one of those blame the refs against the Chiefs. Lions just did not play as well as the Vikings. That Viking blitz was just in our backfield all afternoon.
Goff was off, shall we say?
Yeah, there was definitely some opportunities where I felt, oh man, okay, we can turn this around.
Because he usually faces that pretty well. I mean, he's faced the D-flow defense before, and he chews it up. So I don't know what was different. But...
We had an Amon-Ra St. Brown drop.
Yeah, that was crucial.
On third down,
which
that doesn't happen.
That's also no, that doesn't happen. That's unheard of.
So
sadly,
Go ahead, Kay.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say it was just mistakes on our end and a very well played game on yours. So kudos to the Vikings
in the man's veins. I don't know.
Good news is you're still in last place in the division.
That's right, but at 500 in what is the most competitive division in all of football. And I mean, the team that was supposed to be running away with it just lost to the last place team, which is weird. But again, that's why they play the games. Any given Sunday or Thursday or Monday or God forbid, hopefully Fridays and Saturdays and every day of the week we can have an NFL game. That's why they play the games. Anything can happen. Any team can win.
Oh yeah.
Besides recently, has there ever been a time previously where the NFC North was the most competitive?
Well, for years, Kay,
division?
there's always you had the Packers and the Vikings.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying all of these, all of these guys. I feel like
that's been a recent phenomenon. It has happened in the last couple of seasons, though. We have had this has been, if not one of the most competitive in all of the NFL.
The Packers are always competitive. The Vikings are usually hanging around, and then the Bears and the Lions usually blow. So it's the fact that the Bears and the Lions are doing well, brings the whole division up. So it's
and by doing well, I mean let's agree that the Bears are just eking by. They're not making the fucking playoffs this year.
They are 5-3 though. They're sitting there. I think their quarterback's a fraud, but Ben Johnson's getting the most out of them. So
agreed.
And what's going on with the Dolphins, right? What's his name? Who's the head coach? How has he not been fired yet?
Well, they fired the general manager. So
right. So I don't
him
understand
of his duties.
So what's his name? Mike something?
I would assume what they plan on doing, Mike McDaniel, what I assume they plan on doing is letting the new general manager make the head coaching hire. So I think they're probably just going to kick the can down the road the rest of this season, enjoy the palm trees, and then let the new GM drive when he gets here.
That's the thing. If you're a Dolphins fan, oh shoot, our team sucks again, but you live in fucking Miami.
Right.
Oh shoot, what else will we do with our Sunday? Go to the fucking beach in February. Screw you. I'm glad your team.
So true. Welcome to Sweatsocks and All That Sauce with Justin K. and Tom, where no sport is off limits and the debates are debatable. I think we're just shooting the shit today
A
because
little bit.
I'm sorry.
As
there's
opposed
no, like,
to other
set-
episodes of this where
as opposed to others. Well, sometimes we do like to try to have some sort of a theme, but I think
This is a well-oiled machine here.
well-oiled. Well, we've all got jobs and other things happening in our lives, and it is what it is. Ryan is back, which is very exciting. I know, Tom, you wanted to ask. So during my stay home, I have a feeling somewhere between the passport control between Canada and the USA and going to the Detroit Lions game on that Monday the 20th versus Tampa Bay, he lost his passport. That's what I think happened. Somewhere in there, it was gone. But we didn't realize it until the day before he was due to fly.
Was this when he was leaving America, going back to the Britannias?
Yes, so we didn't realize until then.
So, but what really happened was he realized that he loved America and he didn't want to leave.
Yeah, he threw it away.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he threw it away. Exactly. He threw it away. He wanted to stay forever. So he stayed an extra couple days at my parents' house while Noah and I came back because I got to work. And I know that was my face. And then he was like, apparently he had a really good time at all the Detroit sporting events because he started looking at Detroit Lions tickets to go on his fucking own without me to the Vikings game. Dick. No. I said, no, that's not happening. So he asked Tom what he was up to, and Tom was kind and let him come to the Pagan Bar and
He
and
came
hang
over,
out
we
and
watched the
eat food
game, and he bought us some Chinese because we hosted, so it worked out for everybody.
A British man buys Chinese food to watch American football.
It was
A well-rounded podcast.
cultural.
and spent like $100 on Chinese food.
We went all out. There was a ton.
That's awesome.
Oh my god!
Do you get Chinese food in Britain, Kay, or is that something he discovered here and said, "Oh my gosh, I need to enjoy more of this"?
Could you imagine? Could you imagine if he had never had Chinese food before? That would.
Well, they take the rice
sad.
and they fry it. Bollocks!
Alex. But yeah, we had honestly a great time. Went to the Tampa Bay game versus Lions, and then we went to the Red Wings game where they were down 4, and then they came back from that and ended up winning 6-4. It was insane because in the beginning we were like, this is the worst fucking game and why did we come? Ended up being a great fucking time. We should have gone to the Detroit Pistons home opener as well because they beat the Celtics. Should have done it, didn't do it. Regret it. It is what it is.
I forgot Detroit had a basketball team. Are the Pistons slotted to be good this year?
Yeah, they're doing pretty good.
Huh.
Can we talk about the Pistons and Chauncey Billups? Is there any update on what the fuck is going on with that?
I think
he's a part. Is he a part of a mob? Is he just
So the allegations are that he would help facilitate these like high stakes card games, and the mob was rigging the card games, whether it was card counters or just like illegal machines. So, but he would help, like, hey, I'm fucking Chauncey Billups, come to my high end card game. But then like you couldn't win, like the mob's always gonna win. So
Who knew? Chauncey Billups worked in a rigged professional basketball league for countless decades, and now
I am thankful that he's not caught up. Some of the other players who were arrested were caught up in like point shaving and rigging NBA games. So I'm glad, at least for now, he's not tied up in tarnishing the game of basketball. It's just taking rich guys' money for the mob, which, hey, that sounds like a good movie.
Fair enough. Anyway, so he got to enjoy Ford Field. He got to enjoy Little Caesars Arena through the Red Wings, not the Pistons. That's all right. And he got to do a tour of Comerica Park since we were obviously out of the postseason, which is fine. So we did a full sports kind of tour there, which got us thinking about your favorite like away games that you've been to. And I've only got a couple, if I'm honest, guys. But before we get into that, Tom, can we try to drown out our sorrows? That was Sunday at 1:00 Eastern time. Can we make it to It's Socktails with Tom, please?
Okay, we're going to have to edit this part out because I left the booze upstairs. So give me Give me 1 second.
I'm not editing that part out. I'm leaving that part in.
And then you just play some like elevator music, and then we come back. There he is. My oh my! So, have you had any prairie fires since the last time you were in Detroit?
Oh, no, that was the worst thing that I've ever experienced in my life.
Oh wow!
And you used to do those for fun?
No, not for fun, but I've done them. We used to give them to people when I worked at a bar. They would, it was my 21st birthday, or it's his 21st birthday. We'd give him the prairie fire, or again, we would
Still
take
talking prairie fires.
Yeah, we'd take a shot of tequila and we'd microwave it, and then we give it to him, call it a urine sample, and that was
no,
the best.
no, definitely not there. No, that one's too bad. I can't do that. I'll just take the heat from the hot sauce.
Yeah.
A urine sample!
So I also heard you immediately say as I went off screen, yeah, we're not editing this out. So that's good.
No.
I'm going to look like a fucking genius. So this week, not a regular cocktail. We're going to do something. We're going to do a kind of variation on a michelada. Michelada is a Bloody Mary, but with beer, typically a Mexican beer. But we're gonna pivot a little bit. So I got my glass here with a tahine-lined rim, and I got some limes in the bottom. So we just squeeze them, drop them in.
And Justin, I know that you like a Bloody Mary.
I do, and we have the
Bloody Mary.
micheladas around here quite a lot. There's a large Latino presence where I live, and so this is a staple.
Yeah, we discovered them. We took a trip to California, and I had a bunch of them on Venice Beach. So I added some ice to a glass. We're going to add some Bloody Mary mix. We're not sponsored, but Zing Zang, you should.
Zing Zang. Yeah.
Zing Zang.
Add some Zing Zang to our glass.
Immediately going to follow Zing Zang.
Thank you, Zing Zang. Appreciate you. Now, typically, this is where you'd put in a Modelo, a Corona, a Pacifico, but I have this pickle beer.
Ooh.
It is a dill pickle sour beer.
I'm in.
And
Pickle party!
We are going to add that.
Okay, it's not your first pickle party. Won't be your last either. Here we
We're
go.
going to add the pickle beer, and then Kay,
love a
just
pickle
for you,
party.
shot of Tabasco.
I wonder if it would have been different if we had done like Frank's hot sauce.
No, you got to
rather
do
than
the
Tabasco.
vinegary Tabasco. I'm going to garnish it with a green tomato. We're going to put in a straw. It's nice and metal, so we can
Controversial.
save the turtles.
Why wouldn't you garnish it with like a meat stick? I prefer the meat stick.
I like the freshness, the vegetables.
He's got to get his vegetables in.
So there it is.
It's 5 a day.
That looks delicious. Everything you've made looks
doesn't.
good with that one right there. I am salivating a little bit there, sir.
Yeah, the pickle beer sets it off.
That looks like pasta in a cup.
You're not a Bloody Mary fan, are you?
No, I don't like it. It's just cold pasta sauce. I don't
Not
understand
cold
it.
Pasta sauce. Do you like salsa?
Yeah.
Okay, so tomatoes are good.
I don't want to drink it. I'm not asking for a glass of salsa to just.
Well, here, we'll just
Wait a
give you
minute,
some
I
of
mean-
this to drink.
Yeah. I actually like leftover spaghetti cold. True story. And what about vodka sauce? I mean, don't they put vodka in the sauce? If not, I make my own. That's where I pour vodka in my leftover spaghetti.
But vodka sauce is hot, isn't it?
Yes, typically.
I'm not questioning putting booze in pasta sauce. By all means, do
You
your
just don't want
thing.
it cold. Okay, so that's what
I
we'll
don't
do.
want it cold.
We'll just microwave your Bloody Mary.
Oh, yeah.
Well-
So we're going the urine sample route, but instead we're doing
Exactly.
Disgusting.
the tomatoey hot toddy. I don't know.
There's
my
a
God.
cocktail.
Meatballs and
Pickle
piece of garlic
michelada.
bread. Yeah. Oh.
Lovely. Thank you so much for the latest installment of Socktails with Tom. Let's get back to our favorite or least favorite sporting events that we've away games that we've been to. I want you guys to start because I'm sure you guys have been to 1,000 more than I ever have.
Yeah, I mean, so I've got mine are both in Chicago. So we for years went to the Lions versus Bears game at Soldier Field, and we found that behind Soldier Field is like the planetarium, which is right along the lake, and you can tailgate at the planetarium in between. So there's like the water is on one side of you where they've got like all the expensive Chicago boats in the marina, and then Lake Michigan is on the other side. And then you've got the skyline in the back, and it's a short walk into Soldier Field. And something about football that I love is when it is outdoors and you have a January game and you've got to brave the elements. So we had a ton of fun. I am very sad about all the rumors that the Bears will be moving to a dome in the suburbs instead of historic Soldier Field right downtown. Now, I know we always say fuck the Bears, but I will say it is a good game day experience. My least favorite experience is the White Sox field. I don't know what they call it right now, City Dumpster Field, but it is atrocious. It's not in a good neighborhood, and that's not me being scared of the hood. I'm from Detroit, come on, but it's just not a fun place to be.
I like how he says he's from Detroit.
I'm hung out in some sketchy areas. I'm not.
You've hung out. You've hung out. You're not from.
Listen,
the hood of Detroit.
No, that's very true, Kay. No, but I listen. I lived across the street from the MLKs. It was
fair.
Sounded like fireworks quite a bit.
All right, fair.
But no, it's not that it's in like the ghetto. It's just not like there's not fun bars. There's not fun restaurants. There's not cool parks. It's just a dumpy little area. Concessions are long. The bathrooms are laid out poorly. That would be my poor experience, both in the city of Chicago.
Plus, also, just fuck the White Sox. Yeah. I think we can all agree on that.
Isn't it funny, like, if you go to Wrigleyville, even if you don't go to a Cubs game, just the night and day difference between one side of town and the other when it comes to
unbelievable.
Oh.
And Wrigley's beautiful and historic and has all this charm and the ivy, and then the White Sox field is just a fart.
Yep. Yeah. I can say that I've got a couple here, but I don't know if is it still called Miller Park where the Brewers play?
I think so.
One of the first with the retractable roof. What a shithole. That place is an absolute dump. And
really?
I'm not just saying that because I have something against the people of Wisconsin or the quote-unquote great city of Milwaukee, Chicago's armpit. That place fucking sucks. It's just a big metal, I don't know, sarcophagus. I couldn't wait to get out of that place. And afterwards, I was there. Actually, it was a bachelor party with a bunch of Wisconsinites that I somehow got ran into. And I remember that we were told that we were going to have a party bus to take us to and from this game into Milwaukee out of the suburbs. The party bus was a fucking school bus, by the way. And afterwards, one of the guys who came along on this party had to pee and like legitimately tried to open one of the school bus windows and get his cock out.
You gotta pinch them together and shimmy it down.
Yeah, try to get it out so that he could piss out the side of the bus. Well,
it sounds like a party bus to me.
Yeah, I guess it was.
When you gotta go, you gotta go. Now, what did you call Milwaukee?
Chicago's armpit.
No. How did you say it?
Milwaukee? It's Algonquin for the good land. You ignorant white person. Come on,
ignorant slut.
Yeah.
Milwaukee.
Say that. But now, flip side of that, if you go to Kansas City, Kauffman Stadium, and now I know it's been a lot of years since I was there, but that is a beautiful ballpark and just a lovely atmosphere. Ditto, if you keep going and you go to St. Louis where the Cardinals play, also a beautiful stadium. And those people, they see you wearing like your other team's color. They don't care. They welcome you. Want to know if you need any help finding anything. They'll take a tour with you, show you, like, give you the history of the ballpark.
That's the Midwest for you.
Yeah, wonderful people. Wonderful people. And then I'd also like to point out that probably my favorite away experience would be at Lumen Field, where the Seahawks play, watching the Minnesota Vikings come into town and play the Seattle Seahawks, which I'm going to do again here in a couple of weeks. It didn't just matter that the Vikings won, and I was there rooting for both teams, but to experience that, they've talked about the 12s and the Seattle crowd, and that's just real. There was one time for a brief moment at the end of the game where the Seahawks took the lead over the Vikings, and that place, my teeth were chattering. It was fucking loud in there, and it's just a cool stadium, just a great vibe. Inside,
very
outside,
cool
all around
stadium,
it.
Yeah.
Would you be sad? I mean, how sad would you be if would you have the opinion that your stadium sucked if it was your team?
Oh, yeah. I grew up with Metrodome, the shittiest of all stadiums. You were talking about the worst away experiences. I sat through Gopher football games, Twins games, Vikings games in that shitty Teflon bag. It was an awful. I played sports there from time to time. The whole thing, just an abomination. I couldn't believe.
But we had the Silverdome, which was also fucking shit. It
was so big. It was huge.
Yeah,
it was
but
big.
that was in the days of when everything was out in the suburbs. So, I mean, I like our stadiums here in Detroit are nice. I wouldn't make the argument that any of them are best in the league. They've all got major flaws, but what I do love about here in Detroit is you can throw a football and hit all of them.
Yeah.
So they're right in a line. So it's this whole just connector of all Detroit sports is right there. You can very easily go to a Tigers game and then walk across the street and go to a late night Red Wings game. So I find that really cool, and you get all the fans intermingling. Because we had so many years where the Pistons are 45 minutes away in Auburn Hills and the Lions are over in Pontiac, and even the Red Wings played on like the far side of town, like down in the corner. So it's nice to have them all kind of centralized right downtown.
Well, the guy, Jason Benetti, who's the announcer on FanDuel, I think,
love him.
for the Tigers. We love him. He went from the Tigers game. Was it the opener of the Lions game that he just took this little like golf cart and then dropped him off and he went to the Lions game and did that?
Yep, right there.
I love it. I love it. I do love it. I haven't been to many. I've been to the Toledo Mud Hens.
What about
Literally.
have you been to any footy over there in London? Is there a good stadium? Up there?
I've been to West Ham and I've been to Liverpool. I think that's it. Liverpool was.
Does one stand out better than the other?
Well, Liverpool was really cool because in European football, if you go to an away game, it's way more exciting because you're all clumped together. All the away teams is clumped together, so you're sitting with all the, and that's when you're really loud. Whereas at West Ham, when you go to a West Ham game, if you're a West Ham fan, you're just, I don't know, it doesn't have the same vibe. So I really enjoyed Liverpool. But I've been to the Eagles. I've been to Philadelphia Eagles, whatever that stadium is. I've been there.
Lincoln Financial, I believe.
That one, and it was cold. I had that cold. I didn't know, so when I went, I was wearing my tiny little Lions leggings, and just like a long sleeve shirt.
Nobody wanted
You
to
went
tell
to
you
an
this
Eagles
was
Lions
outdoors?
games in Philadelphia wearing.
It wasn't even. It was Eagles and Bears, and I was just like, I'm just gonna wear my Lion stuff because that's what I'm gonna do. I made the boys go buy me a blanket. Nobody told me that it was outside. I didn't do my research, and I don't remember it. I just remember being cold. I drank a lot, but
Yeah, that's what we know.
there was a lot of angry people. I remember
Philly.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Brother
never.
Love is
I would
a
never go to
lot.
that stadium wearing like my Vikings colors. I would, if I went, I would go incognito. I might even put on Eagle shit just so I don't get stabbed in the parking lot or at the game.
I'm telling you, they're rough and gruff.
Is there a stadium that you want to go to and haven't been to yet?
I've been outside of Fenway, but I would like to go in where the Red
Okay.
Sox play. So
I do hear though that like the seats are too small. There's not enough urinals. Like it's just this old. I mean, it's historic, but that just means it's old and shitty.
I mean, so like I really enjoyed my experience when I went to Wrigley, and Wrigley has all of those problems.
Yeah.
I mean, there are seats that are directly behind a pole, like you can't see a thing. It's just like a zero view. It's tiny. But there's something about baseball in an old timey stadium. So Fenway, it's a really cool neighborhood that surrounds the the ballpark, and it just like we were able to look in. Like the Red Sox were on the road and they were doing that construction, so some of the gates were open. So it looks cool. I would like to go experience it.
I've always been a Steelers fan, and I don't know what they call it now. It used to be Three River Stadium. I've always wanted to go there and see that outdoor football, Steelers football, and especially when the end of the third quarter, beginning of the fourth, when they play the sticks and everybody gets the terrible towels going. Like I'd love to be there one time for that. Also, I've never been to Lambeau, and I never want to go. I don't care. They talk about it's some kind of hallowed ground, like the birthplace of football, the cradle of civilization. Fuck that shit.
You just took mine. I was going to say I want to go to Lambeau. But with a guaranteed Lions win. That's what I would want to go to
It would be
Lambeau.
nice to go there and watch them just eat shit.
In the playoffs,
And then
like
watch-
NFC Championship game.
Yeah,
And then everybody has to
yeah.
trudge through somebody's lawn to get to their car where they parked.
I kind of want to do it, guys. I kind of want to do it.
Not mad at it.
before we get into Justin's wise words of wisdom, can we get some quick news before we crash out here?
Quick news. We're just talking a little baseball. I heard baseball is dead. I guess not. The World Series Game 7, which what a great World Series between the 18 innings, going 7 games, extras in the final. It peaked at 31.5 million viewers. Where the NBA peaked, the NBA's Game 7. Do you guys remember that? Does anybody even remember who won? Peaked at 16.2 million viewers. So just about...
I thought you were just going to say 16.2 viewers.
16 viewers. No, that was the NHL finals. 11 people watched it. Which is 3 more than the WNBA finals. So we'll leave that alone.
And 3 more than listen to this podcast.
But then the Super Bowl still 127.7 million viewers. So football's still king, but baseball, it's not dead. So give it a little credit there. NFL trade deadline happened. Not much excitement, except the Jets sold. They got rid of probably one of the best defensive backs in the league, Detroit native, like a real Detroit native, not like me. Sauce Gardner traded from the Jets to the Colts, who are clearly making a Super Bowl run. And Quinnen Williams, all-star lineman, traded to the Cowboys. So the Jets are they've given up. But yet, kind of an underwhelming NFL trade deadline. Was hoping the Lions would do something. I'm really glad that the Packers, Bears, and Vikings didn't go crazy either. So it was a little underwhelming day for the NFL trade deadline. And then in weird news, Nate Diaz has agreed to a second fight against Jake Paul. Jake Paul, internet loser, won the first one. He's been undefeated here in boxing. Most of the time he's fighting 60-year-old men, Mike Tyson. But now he's taking on MMA stars. Will he ever fight a real boxer? Does this pique your interest in the sport of boxing, or does it tarnish it for you?
It doesn't help me. I mean, I don't know. Boxing was just basically dead on arrival in most parts of the world, or I guess most parts of this country. But yeah. I guess if it gets people interested in it, but it's not good boxing. Like it's garbage.
They love boxing here. There's a whole documentary about this guy. I don't even know, but he lives in Brentwood or something. I don't even know, but it all deals with like his money dealings with all the boxing stuff, and then also darts, that he owns some of the darts competitions and shit like that. But there's a whole documentary Ryan was watching, and
so he knows Chauncey Billups is what you're saying.
He knows Chauncey Billups. And then who? I'm really bad with information and retaining
well-researched podcast today.
Yeah, I'm doing really good, guys. Well, I didn't know we were going to talk about boxing. I would have looked up the guy's name, but the Dubai, is he from Dubai royalty or Saudi? The Saudi royalty, and how he's really into the whole boxing thing. And I don't understand it, but it's big here. I don't understand it.
Yeah, well, it's definitely made me lose interest. I watched one of the Netflix specials. And I'm just like, this year, like you said, it's just poor quality.
Yeah, don't get it. Well, to send us out, as always, each week, Justin, can you please grace us with your wise words of wisdom?
I don't want to step on any toes here and make anybody feel bad, but baseball has come to an end, and thank God. I mean, it's wonderful that it gets us to this point. I mean, think about it. There is this time of year where the only thing we have is baseball, and then it wraps up, and then we get into Sportopia, where now we have NFL football, college football, NHL hockey, NBA basketball, all vying for our attention. Meanwhile, baseball is so boring and bullshitty that it's got to be just by itself for like half the year. Would anybody give a shit if the NFL or NBA or NHL was playing at the same time as Major League Baseball? I mean, Game 3 of the World Series, which you were just talking about, how Game 7 had those huge numbers, and yes, absolutely it did, because there was nothing else to do that particular evening. But Game 3, Dodgers, Blue Jays, squares off against Monday Night Football. Kansas City Chiefs and Washington Commanders. Pro Football Talk says Monday Night Football had 17.6 million viewers. MLB 11.4 million for the World Series. That is a football game featuring Patrick Mahomes, Taylor Swift's boyfriend, and a sub 500.
Patrick Mahomes isn't Taylor Swift's boyfriend.
No, I said Taylor Swift's boyfriend.
He was like listing people.
Yes, who were in it.
Oh, sorry.
Instead of
You got
saying
an
his name.
injury-riddled sub-500 team called the Washington Commanders in just like a mid-season meh in a dominant performance, by the way, by the Chiefs. I'm not saying that makes it superior just because something has a huge number of people viewing. Doesn't make it great. NASCAR draws crazy numbers of viewers, but they're all idiots. Meanwhile, you could probably fit all the Stanley Cup viewers south of the Canadian border into that little top hat on top of Minnesota. They could all fit there. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying that if there was literally any other sport happening during the Major League Baseball season, there'd be even less people caring about it. And I'm not just saying that because my Seattle Mariners got fucked and didn't make it into the World Series. And I'm not just saying that because your Detroit Tigers also were not there. And I could give two fucks who wins this game between the Dodgers and the Blue Jays with the top payroll, the number 5 payroll, West Coast bullshit team versus a Canadian team that should have no business even playing in America's pastime if we're going to call it that anymore. Anyway, I'm so happy. Thank God NHL hockey is back and NFL football is back.
I am 100% in agreement. I wish baseball would start at the end of May and was absolutely, completely wrapped up by October. I mean,
Yes. Get us through the preseason of the NFL. Once the
It's
I don't
way
know,
too
rolls
long.
around, we're done with baseball. We're done. Make it an 82-game season. I don't care.
yeah, if the World Series was on during the draft would win.
At the World Series game on the Jumbotron, they would have the fucking draft.
They would stop the game. Hold on. We're going to pause the pitch clock here because the pick is in. Then the little bells play. Goodell walks out to the mound. Yeah, that's exactly how it would go.
If the Dodgers are in the World Series and the Rams are up, it's stop the game. You're 100% right.
And with the 3rd round pick, and everybody's like, turn the game off. Hold on. I got to see what fucking tight end we're going to cut in training camp.
It's actually a guy who plays first base for the Dodgers, got drafted in the 5th round by the Rams, and he's like, fuck it. He walks out of the World Series. He's like, nope, finally. Finally.
It's the truth. It's the truth. Football's king here. There's nothing we can do about it.
Except enjoy it, because it's way better.
Just enjoy it, yeah.
Thanks for joining Sweatsocks and All That Sauce with Justin K and Tom. You can watch the show on YouTube. Follow us on socials at SweatsocksPod. And if you want to chime in, feel free to send us an email at sweatsockspodcast@gmail.com. Until next time.
Stay sweaty.
Thank you. Sweatsocks and All That Sauce is hosted by Kay White and Justin Michaels.
Our theme song made by Pat Leonards.
And the album artwork is by Mike Willis.